Thank you for choosing to come back. Today is the 8th of November 2024. First, I wanted to say that this is the final video of my first week of shooting these. I wanted to thank everybody for watching. You there watching right now, thank you very much. Take a look at our watch list over here on the right hand side as a whole. Yesterday we did really well. Down here on the right hand side, I just took a screenshot from the video yesterday. Did a great job on all those picks. Today was a little bit bumpy. We lost some of those gains that we saw, but even the losses that we did incur on our watch list really wasn't that bad compared to the gains. Across the board, we're down on a handful of stocks, but no more than 10%. Nothing where I made a horrible decision about putting one of these on the watch list. I think they've all done really well, and I'm looking forward to picking out new tickers this coming week. First one I want to highlight is ZVIA. Let's take a peek at ZVIA, and they are pulled up here. Just an amazing day. 27% is what it is printed as being up over the last few days since we first highlighted it November 4th. Take it from there. Let's say you made the wick and you got out 46% on that stock since we featured it on the channel. Great job there. ZVIA for next week. The RSI has really diverged. The MACD is really ripping. There does seem to be a little bit of volume up here. We're still up above the 200 days, so this could be one to watch for next week. We'll see if it makes it on Sunday's cut. Next one I want to take a look at is AUMN. AUMN is one that we featured on November 3rd. This one stumbled at first after we featured it. It went down a bit, maybe quite a bit, but has made a great gain today of 15%. Since we featured it on the channel, it has made a rebound from where it was initially down, so happy to see that everything turned out okay. Definitely was not a total loss. As far as trading this particular stock for next week, it may be one to watch as well. We'll see. This 200 day above kind of worries me. However, the MACD does look like it has quite a bit more to oscillate, and there is some support here as well from the volume. RSI is quite diverged. We'll see what that holds next week. ENSC, the next one, ENSC, that is the top stock on our list. And yesterday, wow, I was sitting at the computer and this thing just absolutely ripped up into that 90-cent range, and it was just amazing to see. Super exciting to be a part of that trade. And again, we did feature this one back on November 4th, so way back here. And let's go ahead and get a percentage of that from November 4th. We'll go from there. That's 45% right there, so that's a nice little gain. Happy to have that one featured on the show. ENSC is looking fairly good with 4.93% to the upside. However, it is touching the 9-day average, and the RSI is diverged and almost touching. Let's zoom in on that. Super close. MACD looks pretty flat, so that could go either way. Not too sure, but if the post market is any indication, being down 2.74%, we may see that go down a little bit more. Honorable mention for good old DJT. Well, I did mention this one, and when I mentioned it, I had the hopes that it would go down a little bit further and enter our $20 and under range, but it did not. It actually popped up today, 15% plus when you count the wicks. Fortunately, it didn't go the way I had projected, but it did go. 61.5% of you are mobile users. You can zoom in and see the charts. If you pinch and zoom with your fingers, you should be able to zoom right in and see the charts, and they should be really clear if you turn up the resolution in your settings. And 38.5 of you are computer users. I just wanted to remind you guys that it's super easy for you to click that subscribe button right below the video. I really appreciate it, and I love to see you again. Today's inspiration. Well, I had a toss up on today's inspiration. I wanted to say that my stock picks for this week were my inspiration. That might be a little bit cheesy, so I did go ahead and look up something else. I was wondering about taking a trip. I love to take trips. What would be the oldest castle that I could go and see? That would be the Citadel of Aleppo. I remember Baldwin Bankrupt actually went to the city of Aleppo. I didn't really realize that that was one of the oldest castles in the world. So love to see it in person one day, and I'm sure I will get there. Let me know what inspires you in the comments below. While you're at it, it's the ticker that you'd like me to put on the list for next week. Thank you again for and thanks again for looking at these charts with me. I'd be doing it anyway, but I'd rather be doing it with you. I was getting my edit on over here. KULR. KULR had an amazing day as well. That was one that put on the watch list. However you say it, it looked like a good stock, and that one is up 13.5% today. Just an amazing rocket ship up. I can't believe I missed it through the whole show looking at all those other stocks, but this one is doing absolutely amazing. The RSI and the MACD are both in good positionings if you wanted to get in and try and get a little bit more of this thunder on Monday, but the postmark is already up another 5%. Maybe a shaky one if you were looking for a point of entry. Not too sure. You may want to wait till Tuesday on that. But KULR, another great stock that just absolutely nailed it this week on our watch list. I'll be picking new stocks on Sunday. I hope you join me then.